Ah, Shulk.
Did something catch your eye? Wow, what a view. It's nice to see the capital like this.
Being able to see it from here, it's enough to make me tense up. In all honesty, it's making me consider my position and standing.
I see.
My brethren, who transformed into Teelan back then, and those who survived, feeling the sadness that seeped into this land. And then, my father and brother's expectations, calling me the hope of the High Entia. I must be an empress worthy of taking on that mantle. But I don't know how. Much as I hate to admit it, I have not been able to find the right answer yet.
Melia.
Shulk, you of all people must surely understand. You who secured a future for all of us in that decisive battle.
You know, I've been thinking a lot lately about what my visions were.
Oh?
The future that Zanza wanted. That was certainly one of the things I saw. But we fought to deny that future. And in doing so, forged our own path. That's part of it too. But now that I can no longer see them, I find myself doubting. Were we really, actually determining our own fate all along?
Well, it's a good question. But look, you have saved me more times than I can count. That did not come about because of your visions. You used your own judgment, and you chose to act, did you not? And thanks to that, I believe I've grown as an individual as well. I hardly think I said anything funny.
I'm sorry. You're right. I want my actions to have meaning too. Not to craft Zanza's future, nor defy him and bend the world to a future of our design, but to give the freedom to choose. To all beings that call this world home.
Freedom to choose, huh? What would my father and brother wish for? I wonder.
I don't think you need mystic visions to work that out. They just want you to be happy, right?
My gloom is no match for you, Shulk. It's just as you say. To become the hope of the High Entia is a fate I choose for myself. Those were the words Father imparted to me. There is no need to fear. That is how my brother encouraged me. I've been so impatient and homesick. I nearly forgot those most important words. I can hear Father lecturing me even now, chiding me for my foolishness. I give you my thanks, Shulk.
It's nothing.
To lack clear-cut answers is hardly a sin, but a sin it would be to cease searching for those answers altogether. For the High Entia who live on in this land. Nay, not only the High Entia. For the sake of all the people of this world, that they may decide the future as equals. That is the vision I choose to guide me. That is the future I wish for.
Yeah, if anyone could make it happen, it's you. But I won't lie to you. The road ahead will be long and arduous. I hope you won't mind me lending a hand. After all, that's the future I want too.
Shulk. Indeed, it'll be my pleasure.
Mama!
Strength is the genuine article. I'll never get used to this feeling.
The enemy's weak, but don't drop your guard.
One kilo more than enough for this. I will give it my all, no matter the enemy.
I'm really feeling it.
Kino feeling it too.
Dream it! All right, I'm feeling it. Okay, that's it.
Shulk, Kino wonderful tricks up sleeves.
Everyone, let's go! This is the Monado's power. Come on,
Is this the
we can do
final
it.
one? Summon Bolt! Yeah! Let's call Bolt! Almost there. Summon
That was too easy.
Winning just come natural to Kino. Let us remain vigilant. One big hook towards true hero porn!
out of it.
Please. Hiding time. Yogurt. Nothing to it.
Nene, great attack.
Oh, good. It's good. Very good. Nene's starting to get toasty.
We can definitely do this.
Nene ready and able.
Let's focus our efforts.
Nene, hear you. Kino will do.
Come on, we can do it. Kino, great attack.
No stealing thunder of Nene. Kino ready to go all in.
You okay?
No. But Nene's
We win.
Never give up, Spirit is hereupon way. That feel like run of Polar Mill.
I'm feeling it.
Nene ready and able.
We can definitely do this. Renata, lend us your power. Split it. This will leave a mark. Take your edge.
Here goes. Nene's starting to get toasty. Nene's ready and able.
Split it.
Crackle! You get stars!
Alright, I'm feeling it.
Nene's starting to get toasty. Hammer feet!
We can definitely do this. This is the Monardo's power. Almost there.
Look into Nene, please. Hammer feet!
Dream Edge! We win!
Nene need more! More! Never give up, Spirit is hereupon way!
I'm feeling it. We can definitely do this.
Here goes! Get crafty!
Let's keep up the pressure.
Nene, hammer!
On split edge.
Ouch! Hiding time! Yoga Nene ready and able! Look here, Nene, please!
Conspectors, time to join forces.
Just get over with!
For the win! This is the Monopoly power!
Oh, now you in for it.
Okay, let's finish this!
Kino's starting to knock out. Nene ready and able. Look at Nene, fire!
Split edge!
Hammer! Crackle!
I'm feeling
Nene
it!
hungry!
We win!
Have to brag to Dad upon once Nene get back. Kino could have knocked that one out.
I can feel the power! Ah!
Oh-ho!
How many times have I told you, you do not go there alone?
But I really needed that material.
Doesn't matter. Why did you disobey me? If something happened to you, we would lose everything.
Tyrea?
Melia!
Huh? Wait a second. You know Melia, big sis?
Tyrea's your big sis.
Right. That explains how you came to the capital just in time to save Teelan's skin.
Sorry.
Sorry for the trouble. Truly. Although I am glad you were there.
Yeah, you really helped me out, Shulk, Miss Melia. And you too, Kino, Nene.
Tyrea, I didn't expect to see you here, helping Teelan with his research.
Yes, well,
Tyrea, she's changed.
Teelan, I'm going outside for a bit to get some air.
Got it. I didn't know you all knew Big Sis Tyrea. How'd you meet each other?
Well, that's because Tyrea and I share an older brother.
Huh? Does that mean you and her are sisters then?
Sisters? No. It's rather more complicated. But sisters we are not.
Well, still, that means you know her from way back. What was she like?
Hmm?
I've only known her here, in this place, so I gotta wonder how she was before.
She was... She was strong, both in body and in her conviction for doing what she thought was right.
Wow! Pretty much the same as how she is now, then. When it comes to our research, she's even more committed than I am.
So she has not forgotten her mother.
Where did you and Tyrea meet?
It was when she saved me from the Fog King.
On a trip to Alchemoth, like today.
What? No. At the time, everyone was still living there.
Before the Fog King showed up.
Yeah, and then, after we all escaped, I was kind of on my own, so Tyrea brought me here for safety.
One moment. Teelan, was your father not still around?
My father was killed by the Fog King.
Is that so? I'm sorry.
Teelan just like Kino. Brave little pun.
I think I'll get some air too.
Go ahead. I've still got things to ask Teelan, so I'll stay with him.
Good, thank you. Shan't be long.
Miss Melly, Kino go too. Kino, please read room.
Tyrea,
Of all the people to meet out here,
how did you...
pure chance. After everything, I wandered aimlessly looking for somewhere to die. Then, at some point, I landed here.
So then, you were here all along?
That's right. And so, when the capital fell here, I thought Mother had finally granted me my boon.
But it was full of Telethia, and survivors cast adrift. Not to mention this Fog King.
Yes, he'd be the one to end it. Or so I thought. Until fate had me save Teelan, and death ceased to be an option.
Your mother, she did not grant you a dying place. She gave you our future by crossing your path with Teelan's.
My helping with Teelan's research is a simple matter of give and take.
If you really believed that, you would not have treated him half so warmly. I can tell that when you look at Teelan, you see family. Even if it was once transactional, his research concerns the future of our race. That fact remains.
The future of the High Entia, huh? And what about you?
Me?
You must have heard. Our brethren in this land are suffering.
Yes.
You are the Imperial successor. The Crown Princess, war or no war. No. Empress now. What will you do about the future of our race?
I have not planned that far ahead. However, I know enough to realize what I must do, right now.
I hope to see it. This future you will build for us. And when I do, I hope I'll be able to accept what I now am.
Empress Melia, so you are ready to lead us after all. It shall be my privilege to clear the stones from your path.
Did you learn anything from Teelan?
A little. He said that for all the details, we ought to talk to Radzam in Grandal.
Meeting should be no problem. Teelan say he sent word to guard the Grandal ramparts to let friends through.
Before we visit this Radzam, I have something I wish to discuss with you all.
What is matter now?
The High Entia who live here now have lost all hope for the future. I have a duty. As the Imperial successor, I must safeguard their future. This will sound selfish, I know, but will you stand with me?
Of course I will, Melia.
Kino too. And also Nene.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. Right. Off to Grandal we go.
Miss Tyrea seem like difficult sort of person to deal with.
Difficult, huh? Maybe so, but she's still far more mellow than before.
Miss Melia and Miss Tyrea know each other from where?
Well, it's a little complicated to explain.
Complicated how?
I'm just not quite sure where to begin. For one, Tyrea and I had never met until 1 year ago.
Houses too far apart, or...?
I was not allowed to venture outside. Moreover, I never even knew of her existence. She, on the other hand, seemed to know about me. We never met because work had been busy.
But how Miss Melia never know of? If sisters, then of course she'd know.
That's true. How can I explain this? Tyrea and I have separate parents. Different fathers and different mothers, both.
Meme! In same boat as Nene and Kino, then!
Just like you and Kino, Tyrea and I are not related by blood. But we had a half-brother with whom we shared a parent each.
Half-brother?
No parents in common, but a brother we are both related to. Therefore, Tyrea and I are not exactly complete strangers.
Meh! Brain of Nene's starting to melt!
I'm sorry. I did say it's complicated.
Nene does not understand. If both have same brother, why cannot be one family together?
Our parents being different, I and Tyrea have led very different lives. We never even met, let alone behaved as a family. Neither knows how to relate to the other, and so we struggle on.
It sounds like Miss Melia and Miss Tyrea both feeling more like Kino.
How do you mean?
Kino also not taught to anyone at first. Very hidey shy.
I don't think I'd call myself or Tyrea shy, exactly.
If want to become good friends, but not know how to put in action, then it's exactly same. But as can see for self, now Nene and Kino super best of friends.
Do tell, how did you two achieve that? Would you teach me the way, please?
Answer is clear as day. Nene prescribed lots of play.
Play?
Also, sharing of yummy snacks and sleep together in same bed. If do that, become family in wink of eye.
I'm not sure I can do that with Tyrea. Seems like a lot.
Meh! Nene patience is exhaust. Miss Melia want to be sisters with Miss Tyrea or not?
Yes. I would really like that, I think.
So, now is best and only chance. No time for hemmings and hawings.
Best and only. Hmm? Perhaps you're right.
Okay, then now Miss Melia go and say, "Hey, Sister Bon, come play."
Right now? I need some time to compose myself.
Oh, if Miss Melia must, but have to promise to ask soon.
Yes, I will. One day very soon. Greetings. We have heard from Teelan that a man called Radzam lives within these walls.
Ah,
Friends of Teelan's, are you? We've been expecting you. Go on, in you get.
You're letting us straight through?
You don't look particularly concerning, is all. These walls are imposing, but they aren't here for controlling foot traffic. They're to keep savage monsters from having themselves a rampage.
Most sensible. Well, we'll be going then.
Thankings! Sorry for time taking. Look! What splendid armor! Oh, it's true! Scales so shiny and sparkly!
It looks the same as any Armu, if you ask me.
Different subtle. Sure is.
Really?
Pardon me? Have you come from Companion's Cape, by any chance?
We've just come from the laboratory. But we were at the Cape just before that.
And was everyone there all right?
Yes, it seemed to me.
Thank goodness. That's a relief to hear.
Is something wrong?
You may be aware, but originally, we all lived here together as a group.
But then, some left because there are Machina here.
Exactly. At first, we managed to tolerate each other in relative harmony. Obviously, we had our share of friction.
What happened?
Well, the final straw was something trivial. The Companions tried all sorts of ploys to retake the capital, but none of the plans succeeded. Many soldiers were lost this way. One Machina had had enough, and told them to just give up.
And that's when it happened.
Yeah. They shouted, if you rust rats hadn't betrayed us, we wouldn't have lost our brethren and our homes in the first place. Things got heated, and then they left and didn't look back.
They shouldn't have forgotten that we all lost. Friends, family, and homes.
They're soldiers, ma'am. In the war, they put everything on the line for their country. And so...
When their country was taken from them, the extent of their anger and resentment was fully understandable.
Yes. Still, we who stayed behind don't bear them any grudges. They protected us all, for a long time regardless of race. And bear in mind, in the end, they didn't cast the Machina out. They left the safety of our walls of their own volition. That's why we pledged. that if they chose to return, we'd welcome them back and meet them with a smile.
I will do whatever is in my power to make it so.
Night-night, white eyes sweating. Inflammation of tear ducts.
By the way, we have heard that someone by the name of Radzam lives here.
Radzam? Yes, he lives over there.
Over there? Thank you. Very kind.
It was Radzam, actually. He was the one who told the companions to give up their quest.
Right. I see.
All right. Let's go and see him straight away.
Yes, let's.
I will use my power to protect my friends.
Are you perchance Radzam?
Yeah, that's me. How do you know my name?
Teelan mentioned you. You are his fellow researcher.
Oh, I see. Teelan sent you. Him and Tyrea still getting on okay?
Quite. Though she did give him a good scolding earlier.
Went to Alchemoth again, did he? I did warn him not to be reckless. But when it comes to his research, that boy has tunnel vision. To be honest, so does Tyrea.
Does she come here much as well?
No, hardly ever. She's even more focused on the work than Teelan. I couldn't begin to guess why she's so driven.
It must be about her mother after all.
Radzam, we have questions. About the Fog King.
I see. That's why you're so curious.
We need more to go on. What can you tell us?
Because of the Telethia's ether field, the Fog King and his fog beasts seem, well, unable to escape Alchemoth.
Ether field?
Yeah. It's the means by which Telethia eliminate any excess ether that they absorb. Now, the Fog King and his beasts happen to give off an awful lot of ether.
I see. So all Telethia in the vicinity flock there, to feed on the ether. And, as a result, keep the threat contained.
Oh, this hot noggin of Kino. It get worse if not shut up.
But my ether, it worked against fog beasts, but not the Fog King. Or rather, it didn't even seem to make direct contact with him.
Shulk, Melia, would you do me a favor and head to Teelan's lab, borrow his Telethia research notes for me?
Sure, we can do that for you.
There's something I'd like to look up about the Telethia's ether field.
Understood.
On another note, we heard that you spoke out against the companions.
I voiced an opinion, yes. I can understand their impatience. Their ancestral home was right there. However, I couldn't abide watching them throw away more lives for nothing.
Nothing. Sounds quite stark.
At first, there were hundreds of us living here. But now, well, you've seen for yourselves.
And all because of the Fog King.
Yeah. So I think you can see why I said what I said. If we end up extinct, we'll have won nothing.
Well spoken. But I'm sure the companions would find those words hard to swallow. I'm sorry. Your people are no more free to go home than we are.
No need for you to apologize, Melia. In truth, it's not costing me any sleep. They seem to be catching on too. After all, they've stayed put since then.
When you put it like that. The people of Grandal, they're living under considerable strain, not knowing what became of their homes, and with no means of return.
But that's also true of Maxis. His people lost their homes too.
Yes, but they're feeling desperate, and it's making them unreasonable.
It too sad.
We were like that too once, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
That true?
But we learned, eventually. All because we wanted to protect the world. And we made that dream a reality. We brought down Zanza.
Overcoming our prejudice gave us strength in unity, because we shared a goal.
Radzam's folk, the companions, and us as well. We all share the same goal.
Defeating the Fog King and returning home.
Sounds like job for Hero Punkino. Just let Nene at him.
Thank you, everyone.
Mama, what that thing?
Is that...
It's like the one we saw in Alchemoth, but much, much larger.
You're right.
Shulk, let's see if we can get closer.
Yeah,